have initiated trade discussions with the Raiders. However, the Raiders said there haven't been any conversations at all. This happens during the NFL owners meeting, which is going on. This is actually the second day of the meeting in New York City. This is the fall league meeting that was in Nashville. That was in Atlanta last year that I attended, if you remember, where Tom Brady was supposed to, come. No such drama this time. So it's by comparison, a quiet fall league meeting. At any rate, Maxx Crosby leaving the Raiders? No. It says it right there on the title of this video. No. Maxx Crosby leaving the Raiders would be a killer to the Raiders culture. It would be a death knell to any hope the Raiders had of winning this time. Why that came up was simply because the Cowboys said, hey, we're interested in trading for Maxx Crosby. Well, you know what? My thought is this. If you're going to trade and part with Micah Parsons, and they did so, you should have a plan in place that works so that nobody has to turn around and say, well, gee, your pass rush is really awful. So maybe you should go after everybody else's best pass rusher after you got rid of your own best pass rusher, okay? I said it before, I'll say it again. If I were in a position where Micah Parsons wanted $188 million and I couldn't afford it, looking forward and look at where he is in his career, I'd say, you know what? Love you. You had a great set of years with the Cowboys, but would you accept $170 million rather than $88 million? And if you wouldn't do that, I'd publicly say, all right, he asked for this or that. We want to pay this. We can't do that. Sayonara. I'm sorry. That's how I would have done it. Because you don't want to make it look like I have some ill will toward the fellow. You don't. Also, I said this and I'll say this again. The Cowboys did a great job of building up Micah Parsons' value, pumping him up as the best pass rusher in the league when he didn't have sack statistics like a J.J. Watts or, rest in peace, the late Reggie White or Michael Strahan, all right? He's not in that area because he's not physically like them. So why make the comparison? But the Cowboys did that, okay? The Cowboys did that. And so they have to wear the error of their ways, and they're not doing it well. They did win a great contest against the Commanders. Bravo. Let's just put that out there. That did happen. But the Commanders, I argue, have an offense that is one-dimensional, not just in terms of passing, but in terms of design because of Cliff Kingsbury. And once you get a book on the Commanders, that's all she wrote. They've got to do some changing schematically in that area. But I digress. Let's talk about Maxx. Maxx Crosby is the heart and soul of the Oakland Raiders. And as Mark Davis is fond of saying, the Raiders may be in Las Vegas, but their DNA is in Oakland. And you've got to maintain Maxx because he understands what it means to be an Oakland Raider. He understands what pride and poise means. He understands the saying, basically, will to win. And he's been there with the team. He's been there through the highs and the lows. He knows. He knows the history in Oakland. He feels it. He knows what's happening. And he communicates it. So everybody should be rallying around saying to the Raiders, and they have no desire or intention of parting ways with Maxx Crosby anytime now or into the future. He's a Raider forever. They should cement that. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark NFL News by Zenny62.com and ZennyReport.com.